traveling the world, you've seen that on average, a speaker does a 2 or 3 on a 10-grade scale when presenting data. What else are specifically people on stage doing wrong with presenting data?
Well, I think a super simple thing is that they don't set the axis and the context before showing the data. Okay, they're separate. So in order to present a good chart or a chart, set the context. That means, why is this chart important for those who are listening? And then step 2, introduce the axis. What's on the B-axis? What is on the X and Y? What's that called in English? X and Y axis?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Not A and B axis as in...
I think it's X and Y.
I'm not really into maths, man.
No, I think A and B would be talking about triangles.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
X and Y angles. X and Y axis. So X and Y axis, you go like, and on this axis, we have the population number. And on the Y axis, we have the population of per county. And people are like, okay, got it. Okay, I got the context. I got why this is important. Now I understand the axis. So I kind of grasp the framework of this. And then next step is that you start introducing the data. But you don't go click and all data's there. No. You take it county by county by county or data point by data point by data point. And you go like, okay, let's have a look at January. Have a look. Are you ready? Click. Boom. Wow, that's 8.7. All right, it's time for February. Was it higher? God knows. There's a 6.5. And then you click and you go, you can't do this for every data point because people will be literally crawling out of there at the end. It works to a certain extent. So I'd say that just that series, context, axis description, and data point by data point, animated, is going to take you from a 2-3 to a 6. If you're also passionate at the same time, we're looking at an 8. And if you can combine very good like delivery skills, voice usage, and body language, that's a 10.
Boom.
Yeah. It's quite easy to excel in data because it's just one area. It's almost like excelling in changing a tire. Like you can become a 10 in changing a tire, but fixing an entire motorcycle requires a lot more skills. So it's constrained to this little thing.
Yeah. So if we need to do these things, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How then, when you see presenters, they just miss out on 4?
Yeah.
So basically, I assume now the keynotes that you're seeing, when they present data, at least the context is there. But what do they do then? Like, what is the most common thing to do? They just, okay, so let's look at the numbers for this year. And they pull up the chart and then boom, all the data is displayed.
Yeah.
That's the most common thing that people are doing.
Yeah, I think they miss all of them. They rarely do a context or describe the why. Yeah, and they rarely do the axis for the data. And then they rarely animate the data. And they're rarely passionate.
Yeah.
That's why they're scoring 2s and 3s.
Not even introducing the data. Maybe just going to the next slide and here's the data.
Yeah. I've seen that so many times. Yeah.
Do you have like a horrible data experience?
You know what? I have so many. I have no idea which one to pick.
Yeah, okay.
Which one to pick. But I can tell you about another person's worst nightmare. And that was a conference where I was called in to do my How to Avoid Death by PowerPoint. And I started the entire conference by delivering a 1-hour keynote on how to avoid death by PowerPoint and how to present data and how to present any data and make it engaging. And people were like gobsmacked. The energy was sky high. And then the time means that's now 10 o'clock in the morning. So the rest of the conference has to go on. The next chap coming up is the driest, dullest persona you can ever imagine. And his PowerPoint and data is an extension of that persona. He starts off well by just finishing off a very, very simple joke, and that is, oh my God, how's this gonna go? Coming up after David, and then you have the audience going, ah ha 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 ha. But that was also the only laugh and only emotional experience.
Sorry.
This person had such a horrid time. I actually recommend people when they book me, if you're going to have me for the How to Avoid Death by PowerPoint keynote or How to Present Data keynote, book me for the end of the conference. Do not have me before people coming up.